Hey everybody, this is Galator from Galator's Gaming. So you're probably wondering, Galator, why are you making another Pokemon video? Well, let's be honest, I didn't really want to make any Pokemon videos until I was able to record on the Switch, but after seeing how the Pokemon community has been going on for a few years, I decided, you know what, I can't wait anymore, so I may as well make this video talking about the Pokemon community and what it needs to do to get better and what it needs to do to, just in general, be better for the whole community as a whole. So, I'm going to go into some talks, and I'm going to bring in some points that hopefully people won't want to burn me on a pyre for. So let's dive into this, mess. This hot mess. Alright, let's go into the first point with the YouTube community the YouTube Pokemon community. So, for the YouTube Pokemon community, there are several YouTubers that people have referred to them as poketubers. Now, through the years, I have watched several poketubers videos, and over the years, I started on Tyranitar2, Pimpinate, and over the years, just seeing how their videos and their content is becoming, I started leaning more and more to Blissify, because keep in mind, I'm the kind of guy who prefers facts, reason, just in truth. And, that's the sort of thing, because I don't like to lie to anyone. I don't like to blow smoke up anyone's butt. I won't say the A word, because this is Pokemon, and there's kids probably watching this, so I don't want to cause any problems there. So, with the PokeTubers, the only one that I actually am watching anymore is Velicify. And there's a good reason for that, because the PokeTubers I used to be watching, with like Pimpinate and Tyranitar Tube covers every fake news that are obviously fake. They have no grounding. But he makes them seem as though they're the new starter Pokemon evolution leaks and whatnot, and just generally, he's essentially lying, because it's obvious that it's fake news, and he's getting these off 4chan, which is not a credible site in general. And then there's Pimpinate, who there's a good chance, like, I am pretty sure he's hacked. I'm pretty sure he's hacking his Pokemon, which is good reason, and Blissify actually made a video on that, and he has given me reasons, facts, evidence as to why he is hacking. And the defense video, like any defense video that people nowadays didn't actually, or the other PokeTubers made to defend themselves against the claims that Blissify has made, they didn't really prove anything. They didn't really prove as to why Blissify is wrong. All I got from the videos was them saying, like, just some stuff, like, for example, Pimpinate, he took responsibility for the hacked armor he was using, which is responsible, and I applaud him for it. But after that, he goes into, like, saying Blissify has been known to do this, Blissify has been known to do that. That's like maybes. That's like trying to. It didn't really feel as though, and that's the same thing with a lot of the defense videos, or the videos of other PokeTubers have made talking about how Blissify is wrong. It didn't really seem as though they were approaching it with a logical standpoint. It just seemed as though they were using maybes and mights and whatever fake evidence they can scrounge up and or even take things out of context to try and make it seem as though Blissify is this dislikable person, which I have seen how Blissify acts. He's a little condescending, sure, but he's not by no means like an awful person. And so that's why I watch Velisify because he has never lied, clickbaited, or completely just he hasn't given me a reason to think he's not truthful, while the other poketubers have given me a reason to think they're the other poketubers have given me more than enough reason to think I can't trust them. And it's not a matter of like or dislike, it's a matter of who has proven what. Because keep in mind, everything I come onto the internet here, every time I come onto the internet, I take everything with a grain of salt. So that's just generally how I feel about how the PokeTuber situation is. I just think Velisify is more trustworthy in comparison to the other PokeTubers, mainly because Velisify has proven to me why I should believe him. The other PokeTubers, they have more than once given me a very good reason to think I shouldn't trust them with their about their content and the legitimacy of it and whatnot. I mean, I'm not saying this with any hate. I'm not saying this with any favor. I'm just saying that it is the results. The results. I'm just saying this just by result and whatnot. Now let's talk about the community and now that we've talked about the whole PokeTuber fiasco or the whole PokeTuber mess. Let's talk about the community. Now the community definitely is not on a good feet right now, because the last video I made was me talking about how I feel. Actually, let's go and see that video then. Let's actually go and see that video for reference. That's not it. Where is it? Here it is. So this video is about me talking about the Pokemon Go trailer and to why people very much, it just feels like they're jumping the gun when we only got one trailer. At the time, that was the only information we had, was one trailer. And automatically people were hating it, and I actually went on social media earlier and I said I enjoyed the look of Eevee, and I was given threats about it. They were basically giving me threats for saying I like how cute Eevee looks in this, or I like how cute Pikachu is. And then there's Smogon. I've had personal experience with Smogon, and I can honestly say the attitude that Velisify has talked about, that Smogon seems to have it, is definitely very much there. They definitely are elitist, toxic, which is probably which I guess is kind of ironic, seeing as their logo for Smogon is coughing, which uses toxic and poison. But that's just a nice little joke within there. They definitely seem to get very salty, because I could play with a Smogon player, or I have played with Smogon players on Battle Spa, or on competitions that are made by other people, not the Pokemon community, or I mean not the Pokemon company. Made for just general play, just standard rules, and I would get a lot of hate comments from the people who I beat. Particularly the Smogon players. Mostly the Smogon players. Apparently they hate me using actual strategy. Apparently they hate me using not the same Pokemon team that they have, not using the exact same Pokemon every single time. Because here's the thing about the Smogon community, they certainly seem to have a very strict of what you can use and what you can't use in Pokemon. And if you don't use it this way, apparently, their attitude is, if you don't use it this way, then you're wrong. Okay, No, actually, no, you're not. No, they're not, Smogon. But I'm just one guy who doesn't really jump on anything, I guess. So there's how I feel about the whole Smogon Pokemon community thing. It certainly seems. Now keep in mind, I'm not saying this with any hostility or any hate. I'm just saying that this is generally how I've perceived and how I feel about the Pokemon community as it is right now. They certainly seem to, like, a lot of the Pokemon community seem to very quickly get pissed off about even the littlest things. And I think that's just because a lot of people nowadays, not just the Pokemon community, but just people nowadays, seem to get very easily pissed off. But that's just me, what I happen to perceive. So, yeah, I mean, at this current point, it certainly seems as though the community in general, the Pokemon community in general, doesn't seem to be in a good spot. So, hopefully, with this Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, hopefully it's a good game, and hopefully it's hopefully we can play it, and hopefully it brings more positive. It helps the community to become more positive and more willing to accept that people have their other, and willing to accept other people for, wanting to play a different Pokemon than the typical standard or typical meta or Smogon meta. I honestly have pre-ordered this game mainly because it's a Pokemon game that I can see myself enjoying. I'm not going to assume it's going to be a good game or bad game, but it's one that I'm willing. It's one that I decided to put my cards in to see, because it's a Pokemon. Because I may as well see it out for myself, and if it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. But I'm not going to jump to the conclusion that after getting one trailer and some information that's going to be bad. So that's how I feel about the Pokemon community. Let's see, I've talked about the poketubing, and I've also talked about the Pokemon community in general, like the whole subset. What else have I not talked about? Oh, I also in the past have talked about just playing Pokemon. Like, I have been playing Pokemon well before. Like, the first Pokemon game / first Pokemon I ever had was Pikachu, and that was Pokemon Yellow version. By no means am I a Gen 1er. I actually liked all of the Pokemon games. Like, the one I found the least enjoyable would actually have to be Pokemon Sun and Moon. Because the only reason I didn't like Sun and Moon was with how handholdy it was. Well, that's just me. So, and I have talked in the past that I have been playing Pokemon competitively too, and I have. I've actually played Pokemon competitively, just not in the competitive sense that I go to VGC and whatnot. I mean, I don't want to play with other hackers, since a lot of VGC competitive players use hacked Pokemon, but I just play for the fun of it, because if I play competitively, I'm gonna come across a hacked Pokemon that's just pretty annoying, and it's still pretty hard to find fun playing against a hacker in general, so there's always that. But I will be uploading, when these two Pokemon games coming out, I am going to be getting Hey You Pikachu. Let's Go Pikachu. I keep saying Hey You Pikachu because that's that's a game I actually had on my Nintendo 64. I still actually have my Nintendo 64, not the game. But I'm kind of hoping, like, here's my general idea, is that with Eevee and Pikachu, I'm kind of hoping that when I get Hey or Let's Go Pikachu, that they will have the light ball in the game. And for those of you who don't know, the light ball is an item that's held by Pikachu. It doesn't make it evolve, but it does give it a boost to its attack stats. So, essentially, I am gonna have essentially, I feel as though Pikachu would be much stronger against Eevee versus, like, choosing Pikachu would be much stronger versus Eevee, mainly because Eevee doesn't get any item like that. Well, unless you give it the evil light, or unless you give Eevee the Eeveezium or Evilism or whatever the blue blaze is you call that stone. It's the stone where you use extreme Evo boost and he gets stats to everything. But I highly doubt they're gonna have Z moves in this game, but that's just me. Or that's just what I'm pretty sure of. So that's pretty much it. So I mean, when Let's Go Pikachu, when Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu comes out, hopefully first I can get my Elgato to record on the Switch. I have managed to get it before, but for some odd reason, my Switch, or I don't know if it's my computer or my Elgato, that just seems to barf on itself whenever I try to record when I try to record on a different station, after recording one thing for a while. But after I get that fixed, hopefully I'll definitely be able to record Let's Go Pikachu. Well, none you guys might enjoy. I'll definitely probably enjoy that content. But until then, let's try to stay positive and try to, just kick up our feet a little bit and chill and whatnot. I mean, I'm not trying to be condescending with that. I just generally think that people need to chill. So if you guys thought this video was informing, interesting, or entertaining, by all means, like, comment, subscribe if you wish. It helps me a lot. And by all means, share with a friend. This is Galatours Gaming, signing off.